Topic of this chapter is on page 187, microbes as biofertilizers. So, with our present day lifestyle, children, environmental pollution is a major cause of concern. The use of chemical fertilizers to meet ever increasing demand of agriculture produce has contributed significantly to this pollution. Of course, we have now realized that there are problems associated with the overuse of chemical fertilizers, and there is large pressure to switch to organic farming, the use of biofertilizers. We all are now interested, even I at home, and now I'm trying to bring those vegetables which are grown organically, or I try to buy those pulses which are grown through organic farming, you know. So we all are very much concerned about our health, and we know that chemicals are very much harmful for our environment and even for our human health. Okay, so we are trying to avoid it. Biofertilizers are organisms that enrich the nutrient quality of soil. It will enrich the quality of soil, nutrient quality of soil. The main sources of biofertilizers are, underline this children, bacteria, fungi, and cyanobacteria. You have studied that nodules of the roots of leguminous plants formed by the symbiotic association of rhizobium. Underline this. You have studied this in junior classes, in your class 8 even, that there is a bacteria called rhizobium which lives in the nodules of leguminous plants. Now, what are nodules? These are nodes in present in the roots of the plants, especially in the pulses. And what is the role of this bacteria? It tries to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. So if suppose I am a farmer and I'm growing a crop which has taken all the nitrogen from the soil, what I should do is the next year I should grow leguminous crops in my field, so that whatever has been taken from the soil should be returned to it, so that the next production is good. Because if we only take the nutrients from the soil and we not give them back, how are the plants, those which we will grow the next and the next year, how will they get the nutrient? So to we should replenish means we should, whatever is to be taken from the nature should be given back. Because whatever we are giving back to the nature is being used by us only in future, right? So this bacteria tries to fix atmospheric nitrogen into organic forms, which is used by the plants as nutrient. There is another bacteria you see can fix atmospheric nitrogen while free living in the soil. Okay, it lives free in the soil. It is not present inside any root. It is free living like Azospirillum or Azotobacter, thus enriching the soil by nitrogen. Next, these were the bacteria. Next, we come to fungi. Fungi are also known to form symbiotic association with plants, like mycorrhiza is a fungi. Many members of genus Glomus form mycorrhiza. The fungal symbiosis. What is symbiosis, children? Symbiosis is a mutual relationship between two species. Okay. So the fungal symbiont in these association absorbs phosphorus from the soil and passes it to the plant. That means this fungal part, it takes the phosphorus content from the soil and it gives it to the plant. So plants having such association show other benefits such as resistance to root-borne pathogens, tolerance to salinity, drought, and an overall increase in the plant growth and development. So this phosphorus content helps in a better development of the plant. It will be resistant to root-borne pathogens. What are root-borne pathogens? Those pathogens which live in roots. It will be tolerant to salinity. That means if the soil is quite excess saline, the plant will tolerate it. It will be tolerant to drought. If there is less water in the soil, it will be tolerant. So these associations help the plant to bear such problems. Then again, in the last paragraph, you see cyanobacteria and autotroph. Now, why is it called autotroph? Because this is a type of bacteria which can manufacture its own food, widely distributed in aquatic and terrestrial environment. Many of which can fix what? Again, atmospheric nitrogen. Example: Anabena, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, etc. In paddy fields, cyanobacteria serve as an important biofertilizer. Blue-green algae also add organic matter to the soil and increase its fertility. Currently, in our country, a number of biofertilizers are available commercially in the market, and farmers use these regularly in their fields to replenish soil nutrients and to reduce the dependence of chemical fertilizers. So, children, you have to underline all these things. You have to make notes. Make try to make one markers from this chapter, and the chapter is over. Go through all the NCRT back exercise questions, and if you have any problem and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay.